finally.
What is up? It is me. It is I. I am the greatest there is, the greatest there was, and the greatest there ever will be. I am greatness personified myself. Yes, noted greatness. And I. All right. Slowly. All right. It's okay. Let's go get pies. Sit down.
You said to get pies.
Yeah, pies. Punching pie after the show. So, and I'm here with the man of the hour, the myth, the legend, the activist, the author, the educator, the entertainer, the empowerer, the conqueror, the Hall of Famer, the philanthropist, the beautiful benefactress.
These new words.
Always is one off.
Yes, always. Never
Yes.
consistent.
Yes. The gravity of grandeur.
Can't say I don't like it.
So show some respect and bend the knee because they come from all across the world to see the man who wears the crown that hangs 2 inches from the ground. He is your king. He is my king. He is Kyng Kevyn.
Yay! And of course, you guys know the crowd likes me.
Yeah, we know why.
2 inches from the ground. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we just did. It's on the billboard.
Wow. Somebody need to do this introduction for this handsome guy sitting next to me.
Oh yes. And we are joined by the Sultan of Statistics, the Professor of Perfection. Yeah.
Gotta like kind of like it a little bit.
The
Just a little bit. You gotta like it a little bit.
I do.
The excellence of intelligence. The black hole of beauty.
You really gotta write this down.
The champion of drag statistics, Stat Boy Rosko.
Yeah. So you did like this one time, and it was not recorded, and it's been this since. It's like a funny like.
I bet you it was recorded.
Huh?
I bet you it was recorded.
No, it wasn't recorded. That one introduction?
Huh? You say he did your
I did
introduction
one
one
for
time?
you. And then, it was recorded. It
Yeah,
had to be
I bet you it was recorded.
Yeah, pretty sure it was recorded. Yeah. Well, we'll
I
find
bet
it.
you. I can bet. I'll bet.
If we're talking about the same thing, because I swore we thought we recorded, and then we didn't. We had to start everything over. If you know what we're talking about, this is like all stars, global all stars. I think that's what happened. No, wait, we didn't do global all stars. All stars.
We really didn't do it. Well.
Anyway,
thank you guys for tuning in for another great episode of the GreatMines Show. Thank you, Rosko, for joining us on the set today. We are in it. We're in the second episode, which is actually the 5th episode, but the second episode for the second bracket. And when I tell RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 10, sorry,
Season 10, yes.
Season 10. We tune into Drag Race because when we love drag,
yes, we're serious drag journalists here.
We're serious drag journalists. We tune in because it's very entertaining. It's great TV. It's the reason why they were winning Emmys when they were, because they give us a good show. I think that after a certain point, things started to get a little kumbaya, and everyone, when there was a hint of drama,
there's a lot of factors. I mean, the type of fandom that is out there for Drag Race is very a bit much, very much a much.
But Drag Race is a global phenomenon, and it attracts all different types of people.
Mhm.
So you have to take that into consideration, that the fan base is
going to be crazy and a bit much.
I feel like it's a domino effect from Tyra to Sharon Needles. Well, I would say it started with Sharon, and then like it expanded onto Tyra, and even down to just like other cancel queens like Soju or Sherry Pie. Like I felt like, especially that was a defining factor because during the pandemic, I think afterwards we got a different type of audience of Drag Race.
Yeah,
and even from that moment, then like people who were already like crazy fans became more crazier when it came to just like certain like things, certain allegations, certain things going on, and just being under like the queen's ass like every fucking second they get, and I think they took away from reality TV, because when you watch like Housewives or even Baddies, it's reality TV, and it's a different kind of reality because
it's still reality. This is reality TV,
and there are people there too that take it a bit too far.
Exactly,
and everywhere,
right? But you see how those shows are thriving, and people still do what they do because why? They be themselves. Who we'll get to today, who we appreciate to bring back, Drag Race quality. I think like a lot of times the fandom and the generation that we're in now with these new type of people who are Drag Race fans, they're very more sensitive and they're very more hands-on with queens who do shit wrong.
Yeah, or sensitive keyboard warriors.
Right.
Yes.
Right. That's why I just did that too, because it's like the people who are the most sensitive have the most to say.
Yeah. So, but keep in mind that we are drag journalists expressing our opinions here. We are in no way giving you guys or anybody that is watching this permission or any type of ammunition to go and hate queens at any point in time. All right, even low me, and y'all know that there are some queens that I just don't get on with, or get on for. Period. So, but in no way, shape, form do I want you guys or anyone to send them hate. Yes, or will ever get on. So, I still don't want hate going to them. I want them to have a successful drag career. But I wouldn't be one of their people. I think
that a lot of times people get into this mindset of, oh, I'm just being real, I'm just telling how it is, or I'm being playfully shady, and don't realize how malicious and hateful a lot of stuff that they say come off. We are real, I critique, but we are very careful to make sure that even if we don't like the way a queen is performing, or we don't like the personality that they're displaying, we're not going to hate them unless your name is Arietti. No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
Well, no, even with that, because I was looking at if my Instagram, my algorithm fucked up, and I happened to stumble upon Arietti, even though I knew I blocked him on all account, but I did. But I do feel like it does come to a point where you gotta remember these are just people, like everyone else.
Exactly.
And before Drag Race, they had a simple life, and even just like the transition of like having fame come to you like that, it's a lot. And even to like people who choose to like bully or.
Now, don't get me wrong. There are certain queens that what I mean. Like there is no coming back for Sharon Needles. There is no coming back for Tyra. Like so there is no coming back for Sherry Pie. Like there are certain queens who just aren't who aren't going to be able to come back from the egregious things that they've committed. Yes. But and we still don't want y'all to send them hate. We're not saying anybody send them hate. They're dealing with their consequences of their actions as is. But at the end of the day, don't hate the queens, regardless of our opinions. But our opinions here are because we're serious drag journalists and everything. So let's dive in to the bullshit that happened.
Bracket number 2's second episode.
Yes.
This episode starts with them coming back into the workroom from the previous episode where Lydia Butthole Collins and Tina Burner had to lip sync, and Lydia Butthole Collins won that lip sync, but that gave Lydia 4 points. 3 points. I'm sorry. They gave Lydia 3 points. They gave Tina 2 points, And now it's time for the other 4 girls to give away their points to who they believe was the MVQ.
Mm-hmm.
Across the workroom, the way they were sitting, there was Nicole Page. Well, Lydia sat on that side, but Nicole, what was that, Tina?
No.
Tina.
Tina.
When they came out.
All right, but no, it was Nicole, Carrie, Mistress, Georges, and then Lydia. So when it came time to actually give points, Mistress thought it would be a good idea just to go down a row and start with Nicole and work her way down. So it would seem. Oh, but MIB had a plan for your ass.
She did. She knew exactly what she was doing. So Mistress decided to, you know, and mind you, so it's story playing like this. So Nicole Page Brooks is communicating about like how she feels like, you know, the badge should be passed around.
Right.
She was originally
should be a flip flop.
Right.
Whoever gives to
originally it was supposed to be
gives one back.
It was supposed to be the one sitting next to one another because she was about to give it to Carrie, and Mistress said, "Oh, wait.
She really was.
She really was like it's like if you just caught the bus before they try to close the door on you.
Yes.
Like that's how Mistress was
and
when how close she was to
is,
say something.
Once the queen physically gives up the point, that's who
gives them to. Yup. So she was about to. So that's how close she really called it. It was that close. And,
because Carrie was about to take it.
And she said that, you know, because they're both our Brooks, they got to keep it in the family. And essentially, she convinced Nicole to give her point to Mistress and Carrie to give her point to Georges, which executed very well. However, Mistress did not give a point back to Nicole and neither did Georges give back to Carrie. They wound up giving each other points.
Yes.
So when it was all said and done, Lydia Budhole had 3. Tina Burner had 2. Mistress had 2. Georges had 2. Carrie Colby had 0. And Nicole Page Brooks had 0.
0. Yep. Pulled the fast one.
Sabotage right in front of your face.
Yeah.
So, of course, you know, tensions are now high. I believe, well, we know for a fact because our Mistress was on Rosko's. She said, like, even the cameraman in Chicago.
Not Stat Boy.
But she was saying how, like, when she did that, like, she gagged the cameraman.
Yeah. Like
everybody
on
the
set
crew was like, did she just do that?
Because nobody, honestly, and that's why I love Mistress, because, like, nobody thought about it. Even when you think about the first bracket queens, like, if Aja wasn't so concerned about the whole Deja Olivia alliance, she could have pulled what Mistress did. Looking back, because Phoenix had nobody. She was like a good alliance to really like play off, and they could have went a whole different way. Granted, Aja still made it, but
she could have played more strategic.
She did, and Mistress did.
Here's my thing, and I've said this so much, like when you think about the whole Trixie and Shangela thing. Like when you think about all the times where queens have so much power to manipulate the game and everyone plays kumbaya. One, it's not the best TV because us fans, we really are sitting on the edge of our seat looking at it like, oh my gosh, why won't they just shake it up a little bit? Mistress did it. It was conniving. It was backhanded, backstabbing. It was a dirty move to play. Well, let's not forget, Georges did the same thing because she could have still given her point to Carrie.
Yeah, but like
now,
Corey,
we know she's not going. She was
right, but like Corey and Monet said on the piss side, you know, you could tell like Georgia was just really like in the background, like she knew what was happening, but she ain't really like
it was plain Jane.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong episode.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, no, I think Georgia's like she just knew what she was doing, but she didn't want to step into like being that role and being the villain. It's like she let Mistress do all the work.
But she but she still did because that was between Mistress and Nicole at that point. She could have still gave a point to Carrie. She gave it to Mistress.
Bosco was also at Rosko with Mistress this past week and with this episode. And Bosco was saying how if Mistress had pulled that with her and Aja, like, it would have been the first fight on Dragon history. Like,
yes.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, could you imagine if she did that, Aja?
Aja, I would have paid to see that. Oh my gosh. And not even Bosco. I would have loved to have seen Mistress try that. if it was Aja and Candy Muse sitting right there. I would. Hey, that is the only time in my life that I want to see Candy Muse is in that situation.
I want to know how many physical altercations Mistresses
Oh
have been
my
in.
goodness.
Probably none.
Oh,
but that's the
my
funny thing about it. And then I feel like people be wanting to like really like be here to
Because
fuck
a lot of
up.
times,
Mhm.
the people that are the messiest don't know how to fight. Or have never even been in a fight.
I think
They're
Miss
most
the Miss she not the heavyweight champ for nothing. I think Miss will box the girl in.
Crazy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But moving on. So they come back to the workroom the next day, and RuPaul reveals to them that the challenge this week, the Maxi challenge, will be a rapping roast. They're going to roast each other with a rap. They're going to write lyrics that will roast the other queens.
Yep. It was like, it's a rapping roast from coast to coast, coming at you with a rapping roast.
I'm hollering. Was that supposed to be like an ASMR like rap?
No, that's what they did on the show.
That's what they did. That was the show.
Oh yeah, they did.
You about to say something?
I was going to say. Now you have spoken to me about like how you didn't really like the whole rap and roast combination, and albeit I don't think it was right to put it in an all-star season. I think it's kind of fun to more experiment on that on the main season, and I'm gonna say I did enjoy it because when you are doing a roast, like you are usually doing like one-liners, so it's nice for you to try to do something of that and turn it into like a nice lyrically rap that's going to be more cohesive with everybody versus trying to do like one-liners for one person that you like can stand on stage and make them laugh.
All right, so here's my thing with that. With a rapping roast, you really do lose the roast. And when we talk about the queen's performances, you're going to will expound upon how the rap really did interfere with the roast a lot. They're dancing, they're lip syncing to their rap while it's supposed to be a roast. It turned out more to me like, oh, I'm watching a rap battle with shady puns. Some of them went over our heads. And with a roast, there's a whole thing of you standing there reading the queens on the stage, reading RuPaul and the other judges, and having that moment to laugh and to get in. You don't have the opportunity to really experience the joke because it's just. And then these girls was like trying to be Twister,
right?
And say I'm.
What was that show with Wilmer Valderrama where he went around different cities?
God, what show was that?
And they would tell like joke. Was it Yo Mama?
Yes. Yes.
Mama?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They could have did something like Yo Mama already had hers or something.
Honestly,
or the Yo Mama, Yo Mama Roo or something like that, or Mama or Yo Mama Roo's roast. You know what I mean? And then they could have set it up to where it was like a battle. You know what I mean?
But
where they told
But then
they
the next
burned
part
each
of that,
other. You know what I mean? Like
it being
that's
a
different
roast,
form of a roast and a battle.
But hear me out. It being a roast, it also takes away from the rap because like Carrie, when we talk, Carrie's rap was good. It was a rap. What were there puns? Were there like roast or hits at people? Yes, but I'm not listening to it for that. I'm listening to it because she was very lyrically amazing. She delivered the lines very well. It was very catchy. It was good. It's like it's hard to find a good balance of both rapping and roasting and giving them the right shine each.
And I feel like to me, that was a challenge because it is all stars and they are trying to like up the stake and give it like more for certain challenges. And it was like even like last season when they had to do a makeover and a girl group challenge together. Like they're trying to up the ante for certain challenges because they already gonna know. Well, I'm kind of a jerk because I already know I gotta get prepare myself for a makeover. I gotta prepare myself for this. But
like the only All Star season to have a snatch game, a traditional snatch game, is all winners, and then they had to do 2.
No, they did it for All Stars 2, 3. All Stars 4 was the first time they started doing
Snatch Game
of Love. Yeah, that happened All Stars 4, particularly because it changed the stakes of Snatch Game because they didn't like how some queens would just be prepared for the regular Snatch Game of like doing format, especially when you have queens that already did their Snatch Games originally.
Snatch I think, me, baby.
Yeah, because I think what Snatch Games like in All Stars 2 and 3, they were obvious losers, but at the same time, like Snatch Game of Love kind of has that flair where, like, you know, they give them more of a chance to, like, not know, like, the same Snatch Game formula.
Mm-hmm.
I get
that's
that.
getting boring too now. I'm tired of Snatch Game of Love.
So I never liked Snatch Game of Love. I'm not even gonna lie. I've never been a fan of it.
I didn't really like it, but to me it was a different take on Snatch Game, and I appreciated it for that.
I like All Stars 5. Snatch
but
Game of Love.
You know what would work for me if they did a Hollywood Squares parody.
Yeah,
that would be good because you already have celebrities in the boxes. It could be a dumbass situation where none of the conversation makes any sense the way drag should be, but just have the format of having them in their boxes or whatever like that. Have one contestant and one special guest contestant and RuPaul hosting.
Yeah,
like that would be so much better. But back to this episode with the rapping and the roasting, I think it worked. It worked.
Well, you gotta play against somebody in Hollywood because it's tic-tac-toe.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, as good as it was, this is just me being super critical. I just feel like it doesn't give space to appreciate the rap versus giving space to appreciate the roast. It was a mashup, so you get what you get. It was for the competition, but entertainment-wise, and even in some of the judges' critiques about the way they delivered what they delivered, is because of the way the challenge was formed, in my opinion.
And did everybody's different interpretation and everything.
Exactly.
Because Tina Burner, for one thing, had great lines in hers. It's just that she leaned more into the speed rapping lane, and it wasn't a lane that was necessarily good.
She thought she was on down.
Yeah, she thought she was Twista or Busta Rhymes, like spitting. She thought she was Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah, she was trying to do all that. Like, no, Tina, no. Like, it was too many words. You could have cut some stuff out, and then you would have been way more effective.
Right.
I mean, like Mistress was good, but like Chapel said, Chapel Roan was a special guest judge this episode, and she was like, oh, I can tell you're a barb. Like, she definitely channeled her inner Nicki Minaj and was like it was a Nicki definitely like verse. Georges.
Wait. Because you're basically talking about the performance. There was something else about in the workroom when Lydia was she won last episode's lip sync. So RuPaul gave her the responsibility of putting the order together for the rap. For
the roast, yes.
She went around and asked people what position they wanted to be in.
It was like a little mini drama, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's relevant to like what's going to happen later on because like knowing from season 17 when it comes to girls giving out roles, some people might feel a way about the role they do get or do not get or who's placed in a certain one. But like they've been saying on the piss side, but they've been saying lately, it don't matter where you're placed at. If you're gonna kill it, you're gonna kill
What's
it.
What's your favorite say? Good is good.
Yes, good is
good.
Regardless.
Good is good. Yeah. But literally, I think Lydia went to Tina and Nicole first, and she asked Nicole said it didn't matter, and Tina said that she would either go last or if she can't go last, she'll go first.
So it didn't matter, but in the middle was what
Yeah. Then I think she went over and to Mistress and then Carrie to figure out where she wanted where the places wanted to be at. I know Carrie said she wanted to be last. So when she came together with everybody, the order is Tina Burner, Nicole Paige Brooks,
Lydia,
yes.
Yeah, Lydia. I did that again. Lydia. Mistress, Georges,
and then
Carrie.
Right.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, no, right, but it's such a short cast.
Order
so I'm just like,
and then there was a little like Tina kind of was like, oh, well, why didn't you put me last? It was like, well, you wanted to go last or first, and she wanted to go last, so I just put her last. And then you said,
make my job easy,
But Tina was like, oh, I don't think you're playing fair, and it was just some petty.
So, I mean, Tina is giving me this impression of her at this point, like. You want to be the underdog so bad,
right?
Like last episode with Mistress, Mistress can get up beneath somebody's skin. I get it, she only fed into it because you fed into it.
Exactly.
Now with this Lydia thing, you just want to have an issue with somebody forgiving you. Okay, Lexi.
Forgiving you one of your top choices.
Okay, Lexi love.
But even like you said with Tia, she's been doing that because Mistress even said like during her video with churches on her channel, like, and I remember we watching the video, like, yeah, she's definitely right. When they first started arguing, she barely had like her eyebrows on, but then you see again, like, you know, how her face was going. So you could tell the conversation went on for a while, and Tina was just going, and that's how like the magic of editing, like, because
right,
because if that went on for almost like an hour, and like they cut that into like a nice little, like, what was it, like 3 minutes, like
possibly,
like you know, right. So yeah, Tina.
Some people just like to talk. Some people just like to have problems.
Yeah.
So what did you guys think of so like what did you think of Tina Burner's performance?
It was all right. I think she played it safe. I think she did what they did for like All Stars 9 for a lot of things. They were just playing it safe because they know they weren't going home.
So you could say she was playing it safe because she knows, or you could just look at it like that's all she had to give.
But I don't think she did bad. Like,
no, but see, that's my point.
Yeah,
you her not doing bad in your opinion is like, oh, she played it safe, but in reality, I think that's all she had.
Yes.
And it wasn't bad. I don't want to say that to make it seem like she did a bad job because she didn't do bad. You just expect a certain level of je ne sais quoi to your craft. I'd like to think, and so this is the thing about Tina. I've never paid attention to her to the fact like I think about her. Like there's queens when I think about Drag Race that automatically comes to mind, whether they won or not. And I was just saying it's interesting how I think Mistress is going to be one of those drag queens who are going to be a staple and living room conversations across America, possibly the world, just like a Sasha Colby or Bianca Del Rio and those types of people. I don't get that from Tina. I feel like she just doesn't give me that energy. The next thing, and this is kind of like difficult because it's about a person's appearance. I started looking at different pictures of Tina smiling.
Are you talking about that picture of her that Mistress posted?
Not just that
one. Not just
that
one is the key though.
Even watching her in her confessionals when she's talking, even when she's smiling, it looks like she's almost frowning. And she looks uncomfortable. So literally watching her do her rapping roast, and this is when she's doing this dance where she's spinning in a circle, she looks so stiff and uncomfortable.
Tina literally it's like literally like the epitome of like, you know, the older girls trying to keep up with the younger girls, like in the sense that especially her drag and everything too. Like she knows she can't really bust the dance, do a dance like that, but she gonna try to do her best.
All right. Let me give you.
Speaking of older girls trying to keep up with the younger girls,
so this blend, what I'm about to say, is actually blending in to the next person.
Because Felix was the same way.
So the issue is, you should know your art. You should know your drag. And if you know that there's certain things that you don't do, you just don't do it. Don't try. Right. If you know, like, you're not old, Tina Burner. It's not like no one's calling you old. Your body just don't do what them 20-some-year-olds do.
Yeah.
Know that and adhere to that. Like Nicole Paige Brooks.
Yes.
Her performance was, and everyone says it was good for her.
Yes.
But when I was just rewatching it, she don't give you big faces. She don't dance much. She'll give you a 2-step or sway side to side.
Nicole,
she will also
rap.
Nicole Paige Brooks is an old school real woman drag queen.
I live though.
Her rap sound like somebody was reading nursery rhymes and fables to seniors at a senior facility.
But it stung.
But it's she did, but it's done.
Oh, grandma reading those reads hurt. They'd be the best ones to give you a good read.
Okay,
but I don't know. I could never get on the bandwagon for Nicole's drag because I don't get drag.
Hey, it's all right.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. I mean, I think it goes.
And the lack of self-awareness.
Yes, it's the key because I'll never forgive her for last week with her runway. She just like.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love that.
Ah.
I don't care.
That
It was great.
That was iconic. That's the level of iconicness that
It was great.
that Monica Beverly Hills did for her
right.
All-Star thing with like
Wait. But what did Ice Spice say to Phoenix?
You know,
No, but what did Ice Spice say to Phoenix though? Like everyone's throwing around these words like legend and icon, and I don't see it. And Nicole, you are.
no,
I
that
can't
was
say I don't
legendary.
see it. I can't say that I don't see it. I'm just saying, girl, you look like you're tired. Like you didn't really want to come back.
Well, let me challenge that because I feel like they're like it's like literally like a yin and yang thing because I feel like for Phoenix her drag is like up there,
So elevated.
it's so up there, but like
She's tired too.
But like hold on, her persona, how her personality is just for like maybe for TV, but just like that diva-ness quality, it just like it's just not.
But you
there.
know the difference with Phoenix. If Phoenix walked in the room, like, oh, that's the diva.
Right?
Nicole walked in the room. Oh, hi, how you doing?
But
Okay,
Nicole,
I'm Kevin.
That's
Nice
a
to meet
pretty
you.
tall lady.
But it's the way.
And that's why, and because some drag queens shoot for that.
right.
Some drag queens shoot for, oh, that's a drag queen walking in.
Yeah.
And then some drag queens shoot for, oh, that's a nice looking lady. And that's what Nicole Page Brooks shoots for. And I am okay with it.
In that. I'm sorry. I think she's
She
confident
is.
in that. And I think that's why I mean just like her the diviness in that. She's so confident in that. And like she knows that she's not going to be like Miss. She knows she's not about to be like Georgia.
Nicole Page Brooks.
She said she's I'm gonna be
so
Nicole Page Brooks.
that goes right into what I
said.
said.
Lady that moved up to Delaware to hang out at the pool hall down the way from where I used to grow up and sneak into when I was a little teenager, sneaking into the pool hall, having me some beers with the old people, and then there was this southern skinny lady who just moved up here and she's always flirting with everybody and just everything. That's Nicole Page Brooks.
Nicole's at least somebody grandma going on Big Brother.
But I actually do give credit to Nicole because that's the contrast to Tina. Nicole did what Nicole does.
Mm-hmm.
She knows what she does, and she does it.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't trying to be mistress. She wasn't trying to be George's.
Mm-hmm.
She was, and she knows the competition.
She uses to put on a goddamn pair
That's
of
why I'm saying
earrings.
the diviness comes in.
I'm okay with it.
Right. The diva's coming in with just her being confident. And I feel like that exudes itself.
Yes.
Like, you know, like she thinks she's eating it. And
like,
as long as you think that, you legendary.
And
You know, there's people who are so delusionally confident that it works.
Yes. It is for real, but even like because like
I know it's okay,
like,
and I'm okay with it.
It's crazy because like I think about like in similar to Nicole, I think like in ballroom sometimes we have like a lot of legends and icon, like, you know, in their time they definitely were like Vogue and then they were just out there, but if they were up against these new girls, they are paying it. They might still
There's
have
somebody
it.
that came to my mind as soon as you said that, and I will not say that on air.
But
I'm going to whisper in your ear.
Okay, in a second,
and you're going to get it.
Oh, but it's like when you have people like that. I have a feeling you're gonna say that. But wait, but Diva, every time she gets out there, she serves it. She says
exactly.
That's what Nicole does.
Carries themselves like the diva that they know that they are,
and that's what Nicole does.
But you know what? Not even just that, because they've carried like where you know who you are,
right?
Even if you're creating it just as a persona, and you feed it to yourself and to everybody else enough. People play the role with you.
If people see you drinking your Kool-Aid, your own Kool-Aid, and they see, right? Oh, he just drinking his own Kool-Aid, but it looks good. And
right.
He make it. Let me go over there and have some of his Kool-Aid. Okay. Oh, and then they delusional just like you. You know, right. So yeah, like you could draw people into your delusion and everything. Mm-hmm. And everything. Look at all of Malaysia Baby Doll Fox's fans. Like just drawn into the delusion.
Look at all the Page girl, the LePage girl. Delusion.
Wow, I thought that was a dig. Anyway,
no, that was the truth.
Hershey LaCour.
Thank you. I was trying to get the name right in my head.
Anyway, Lydia Butthole Collins.
Excuse me.
I enjoyed Lydia's roast. Her verses was really cute. I would say the first two were. But like as she like leading on, she definitely was like eating it. Mm-hmm. And Lydia's one of those people when she lip syncs, she just really like knows how to like exude. And like I honestly, they should do like hip hop songs for lip syncs because I think it helps bring them in a different character. And I feel like people like Lydia when she would do a hip or like how they did Ice Spice. I'm thinking the shit. My bad.
She said, "Let's leave these ladies gaping."
Yes.
I love it. It's butthole.
It's really cute.
Play these game face. Like,
But Lydia's like she one of those queens that can lip sync to anything. So like, she understands like her style of lip syncing.
Yeah.
What she said? She said on a season with 2 Brooks, one's a body double, and the other no one books.
That was
wow. And then her thing with Tina was crazy too. Like it was just wow. Like wow.
Her
Lydia was nice.
Too was cute. What did she say? Something about her being back for a 3rd time and like send it back to the door. It was the way she said it. Like it was just like so like cute. It was actually like a nice dig too because she's like the new Twinkle RuPaul. So it kind of like hit differently.
Right. Yeah. So with Lydia, roast seemed to be her thing.
But I would say that the best line had to be her line for Carrie Colvin, where she was like, "Carrie, your Tamar to Sasha's Tony," and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yes.
You'll always be the Tamar to Sasha's Tony. I was like, "Oh, damn."
Lydia is actually really good, and I like I said, I think roast are her thing. Like that's why I wish that this wasn't a rapping roast. I would love to have just heard
if it was a regular
jokes.
roast. Yeah, I think Lydia probably would have taken.
It would have been fair because she just came out her season to the roast.
Yeah,
and you would have said, okay, no, she's strong at roasting. Just like if somebody came off their season and they won a design challenge or makeup or whatever,
right?
You know, those things matter, and she obviously is good at it. We didn't give. Okay, next person.
Yeah. So. Mistress Isabel Brooks was next, and Mistress came in here channeling Nicki Minaj, you know, and was good, like solid, can't, you know, got no chops over here.
You know, I love Mistress verse. She definitely was in her inner, she was definitely her inner Barb. You know, you can tell when the barbers are in the room, especially when it comes to her writing, like or any type of song challenge, and Mistress definitely exuded that. I'm trying to think of a verse that stuck out to me. Damn, we just watched it too.
Right.
Damn, stop smoking. No, but Mistress really just like had the energy, like from her movement to like just like point to who she was like roasting, and I think that also helped her too, because for a lot of them, they were just like more so.
She said
standing next to them,
I would
just
say
like
the
pointing to them.
Was her line about Nicole Page Brooks. She was like, Nicole Page Brooks, I can't even read her or something. Like, just look at her, like or something like that.
No, look how Nicole Page looks.
I was gonna say this about Mistress real quick, and this is across the board. I expect nothing but perfection from Mistress. For your water.
No more crackers.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have so much.
No, I expect that Mistress is going to excel at anything you ask her to excel at. She may not always be the best in the competition, but she's always going to excel, in my opinion.
Yes. I feel like it was a lot of times she could have won if Sasha probably wasn't there. And there was a lot of episodes Sasha didn't necessarily win the episode, but
I agree.
To her.
I agree. I said
which is
that.
Why I'm glad that she's back on All Stars.
I mean, so in all honesty,
called Nitra there too, but
yeah, well, there's definitely space for Nitra to come back, but I also think like Mistress needs a full All-Star season as well.
She do too, but
we need a full season of Mistress on All-Stars.
I would say
definitely a favorite to get out of the bracket.
Yeah, I would say, and Mistress said it best, like on I think it was her channel, like you know, just all the cast of season 15. Irene was definitely somebody who everybody really wanted to see because she was the first out. And then the rest of the top 4, like you know, Anitra, Lux, and Mistress, because they Mirage. Some people want to see I'm about to say Lucy and Marsha too.
Yeah.
They said Mirage, but I knew you meant Marsha. Well, season 15.
Mirage is
15.
Yeah, Mirage is 15.
Yeah, but those are people that I know that like, you know, they want to see them like and definitely come back. But I think Mistress was like a nice kickoff to like the season 15 girls who was like coming back to All Stars, because now it's going to promote their season to like come like someone else for the girls to come back.
Yeah, I definitely want to see more girls from 15 come back.
Yeah, because it wasn't.
Can I be honest with y'all?
Yeah, not really your baby girl Fox, please.
No, not her. But I don't think you're gonna be too excited about the person I'm about to say.
Oh, I want to see Selena at City.
I was just about to say, I want to see Selena.
I want to see Selena at City back then. Shade.
I
It's
see.
titties. It's titties.
She
Yes, I
lost
want
some
to see
weight.
that titties.
She lost some weight. I mean, she looks like she done learned a thing or two.
They're gonna bring Amethyst back because they always got trans representation. And she just transitioned.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see Amethyst anyway.
I would love
do
to
too.
see Amethyst too.
I don't think Sugar and Spice will come back.
I would never bring them back. Ever. There's no
You
need.
got to bring them back as a package deal. You can't bring
No,
one without the other.
and I think if one of them would come, it should be Sugar because she was out first. She was out earlier, so she will have to come back to really like redeem herself a little differently.
But I would be very disappointed if she came back and did worse than Spice did.
Yeah, but it depends on the next All Stars will go. But
Just let them be.
yeah,
We don't need Sugar and Spice.
but George's, that's the next one.
George's
Unless
comes
they
up.
compete as a team.
No, don't even do teams as an All Star thing.
No, I'm just saying, like everybody else, but they're just because Sugar and Spice, y'all are together. Y'all are like Siamese twins, fucking bitches,
That's cheating. Mhm.
and then make them compete together, like like that. That to me would be interesting.
That is not cheating. He said that's cheating. So when I worked at the haunted house, Heather's my assistant manager. Then I had Devontae and Genevieve as my captains. If we like said, well, not even that. I always say I work with one brain cell, and we all share that one. With Sugar and Spice, they need all the help they can get.
You know what? Not anymore, because honestly,
I know.
their drag has really evolved because Mistress been their mother. You can tell, like, and we talked about this earlier. You can tell that Mistress really has been mothering them, like, 'cause before Drag Race, and then even like when Drag Race premiere versus now that it's been like what's about to be 3 years since they filmed. Like,
Yeah.
you know, a lot has changed within like their drag aesthetic and who they are. They actually lip sync and know how to lip sync now. So, I mean,
What about falling all over the place?
So Georgia,
maybe they should come back.
So no, George's, her rap was pretty good. She actually
her rap
did
was
a
very
roast.
good.
She actually did a roast.
Yeah,
Yeah, she did.
But you know, it's George's, so she's going to dance.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
And it was good.
It was choreographed. It was good. She talked about how Mistress looks like Godzilla in a 1-inch heel,
Okay.
and in the words of something about there being only one word to describe her, and in the words of Alyssa Edwards, it was like a beat.
Peace.
And then like, beast, like it was like, and it was on point. It was on beat. Like it was epic. Like, and I was like, yes, Georges, thank you very much. Yeah. So Georges definitely did very, very well. Like, yeah.
I think the reason why George did good, and like, yes, if y'all don't know, Megami did write George's lyrics.
Yes.
Looking back in a lot of stuff that she was saying, and Megami did this with even like with Nymphia too. And I don't know, maybe I gotta go back and watch 16 because like where she had transitioned that better for her actual drag. But she did a good job just like doing like drag race references that people will pay attention to and get, and incorporating that to music. Like, you know, because remember when Mistress came with that little 1-inch heel, like the little kid heel, like, like, you know, reference to that.
And that is
reference
something I
to
would like
Alyssa
to see come
Edwards,
back
you
to,
know.
honestly.
Megami?
Yeah, I would too. But I think, like, you know, just like having those callbacks.
I'm not going to say no. I don't know.
Having those other callbacks with certain challenges, especially like singing challenges, or even like challenges where they have to write out stuff. I think it's always nice to add when it actually feels right and it's not forced. And I think that was perfect time to do that. And Megami does that very well.
Yeah.
But I was wondering now, for Megami to have written that, at what point did Georges ask her to do that? Because I thought there were NDAs and y'all, like, how did Megami even know that cast of girls would be there?
Well, I think we all know that queens be breaking their NDAs with one another. So let's start there. That just proves everything. Because I'm like, well, that should clear everything because it don't even matter. They be telling each other, like, they kind of say how, like, you know, they got the call, they either call each other, and then they work together. You kind of just know, you know? It's like if we all work in a hospital and we know, like, the hospital business about, like, somebody that like, works around. Like, you know, people just know because we're all in the same vicinity and we usually always do business together. So I'm going to know when.
I don't know. For me,
out.
knowing that kind of breaks the fourth wall for me.
I mean, hey.
And then the girls had 5 days to reach out, you know, because they had to give Lydia 5 days to get her thing. So during that time, Georgia could have easily reached out because they made them aware of Lydia before those 5 days.
Anyway. Yeah.
So Georgia, and during that time, Georgia could have reached out to Megami, said, "Hey, I'm gonna need this as Y and Z," and yeah, because her read for Lydia was very vanilla, So
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, Georgia did very, very well at the end of the day. Kudos to Megami for writing those fantastic bars. And then we ended off with, I think, honestly, as far as lyrical artisticness, or
and even delivery.
Yeah, like this
lyrically and delivery.
This was the best. Like Carrie Colby did very well. It's just that she didn't take the traditional roast approach by naming people and really making them more, and really making the roast more pointed. They were very general to the overall cast, and that could also be applied to other people. She definitely, like we were having a conversation off camera that that like you said, I think it was Rosko, like that took the regular rappers battle or something. Or,
oh yeah, she did what rappers have
approach.
when they have beef, and they just kind of side this. They don't really say who they allude to, but rappers you just talk their shit anyway. And I think it was given more of that than per se when you're actually doing a diss track on somebody and I'm trying to diss you, so I'm going to talk about you. I think that was her mindset. She took that on because she should think of it as a diss track, because diss tracks usually when you're saying somebody and you're telling them what's going on. She just did I'm a rap and just talk my shit. I don't gotta say nobody's name.
As much as I loved her rap, again, I think she had the best rap, and I enjoyed watching her perform it the most.
Excuse me.
She was talking about herself mostly.
Yeah,
and again, it was amazing.
Yeah.
It just was not.
It was more of a bitch, bitch track.
She's trying to rap her.
She's like, I only got 3 episodes. Let's make it count.
Yeah, it was more of a bitch track with a couple barbs in there, but
I feel like,
but the most lyrically artistically done, best one.
Yeah, I feel like it's like if Anya Nerve did what her Laganja thing, if she just made it about anything but smoking weed, but she sang and she did so beautiful, and she actually did she was suited to the captivating of the song. But then she made nothing about Laganja's thing. She probably would never won that challenge. I think about that because Carrie really did do the rap part of the challenge. Just where was the roast?
Right. Yeah. Now, again, each bracket, the queens have 3 episodes to get as many points as possible, and I think you could get up to maybe 8 to 9. If I don't even know how you would do that.
9 if you win the lip sync every time.
Yeah, you have to win all the lip syncs, things like that. Yeah. Which means by episode number 2, you're already halfway through, and you really have to take into consideration how many points you have and how many you can potentially earn. You have.
Is that enough to get you to the top 3?
Right. So if your performance on the runway or in the Maxi Challenge isn't strong enough to secure a win, you're in trouble. So you need to bring everything you have. And I feel, as much as we talked about Nicole Paige Brooks having her confidence in who she is and what she does, girl, you got to elevate it. If you're really trying to win, you have to elevate. And if you're just doing this for screen time, like you just said about Carrie, maybe she's just promoting something, then you won already. But if you're actually trying to win the title and the prize, then you got to act like your life depends. There is no fluff or filler with 3 episodes and 6 queens.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's one of the reasons why I do think and Jerry deserved to win. Even though it was a charity thing, but I think she did show she deserved. She was willing to fight to win these challenges, and they cut her the most. There were so many episodes she could have won, but she was cut. And it would make no sense to just give away no badge to her. So I think about when it comes to the stake, if you're already coming in here knowing that you're not gonna get eliminated, the least you should do is actually showcase everything that you got. It shouldn't just be oh fuck it. Now maybe one way pack, especially when it was All Stars 9. This week, I might not be doing my best to see, but I'm not gonna have my whole package be
I think in situations like this, you should feel like my runway is going to give me the extra oomph that I need because I gave my best in my challenge, but it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
Right.
My package, what I bring to the runway or whatever, it should definitely elevate and boost my score up a little bit. Yeah. So let's talk about the runways. The category was Little Shop of Whores.
Plants.
basically.
So first, who was the first one on the runway?
It was Tinta Burter.
Yes, Tinta Burner.
And it was an orchid or a lily.
She was
It was
Lily.
an orchid, yeah.
Lily.
I thought she was an orchid.
No, it was a Lily.
Yeah, it opened up. Yeah, I think, and I was talking to Mom about this last week about Tina. Like she has her trademark red, orange, and yellow colors, and I think she just wanted to gag everybody and say, "Hey, I do have more things in my closet."
Mm-hmm.
Because like this season, her looks have been amazing. Tina Burner as a look queen, go figure.
Right. It's not what we were thinking Nina West was going to do, but I think Nina West probably had like 2 outfits I can recall that was like really good, and one I think was like the last outfit for the runway. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like,
Right. But no, Tina has really turned some amazing looks, and it was even a reveal because the petals did open up.
Yeah.
It was beautiful, Tina. You did good. I have no critiques on your makeup. Your makeup was good. The headpiece was good. The outfit, the petals of all of it, perfect, perfection.
Yes, great job, Tinta. Next, we had Georges, and wow,
amazing.
Venus flytrap.
I want that hair.
Yes, the hair was awesome. I was saying that she looked like an anime
scheme.
Poison Ivy.
Yes,
like,
Her color scheme was like the lime green and pink. I was saying to both Rosko and to Stoney how she does not pad. She did not pad, but she was still able to create a figure with her outfit. And that's drag.
Yes.
That was amazing. That was art. She looked so gorgeous in the face and the body.
And it goes to show you like how much she's learned, like in the like time she's been here since season 14. And like honestly, she's one of the people, and I think I will expect a lot from Ginger Minj, but when you come back for like a third time, you gotta show us why you coming back again. And she has been showing us why. Like, you know, like, yeah, girl, I'm growing, I'm elevated. Like, you know, like, why would I want to showcase myself again on TV?
And she's still just 24?
25 now. But still.
So young, still, and has so much room to grow.
Yeah.
So kudos to you, Georges. Next we had
was it Mistress?
Nicole Paige Brooks.
Oh, Nicole Paige Brooks. Now, this started out promising. Okay, when she turned around, it was giving like plant, cactus board. If you know anything from like Star Trek and the board with the, you know what I mean, the eyepiece thingy. Yeah, she had a flower coming out of the eye and green, and then it had these hips and spikes, and it was great there. But then
it was perfect. I was shocked. I was looking at Nicole like, thank you. That's
okay.
But then she wants to go and say that, and then you slice open the cactus to the cactus meat, and then she proceeds to unzip the cactus outfit.
Answer your question. How many times have you opened up a cactus to see the cactus meat?
Thank you, baby. I would say that too. I'm trying to think in her head.
You don't open cactus.
Who the hell would see cactus meat?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like, there are certain cactuses that you do eat. Like and they are good. I've had them with the little tacos
and it's rare
stuff like that. Yeah. Well, no, it's grilled.
I mean, no, cactus meat is a real thing, but I'm saying it's not like something that people just know what it looks like.
Right, but it's green typically. Because
she was
like,
white.
Yeah, then she was like, white.
Was the green when it's cooked or?
Yeah, it was cooked.
Oh, it's probably white, like when it's not.
Or like clear, maybe. I would probably say more like aloe-ish, but more green.
Okay.
Than, but like it's no.
It was a no.
Yeah.
No,
then,
especially once you took it off.
Wait. Not even just because you took it off. How you took it off. I'd rather you take the scissors from Lydia Butthole Collins and cut it down the middle. I'd rather you not take it off.
Right. She was taking it off so uncomfortably, and it was just such a funny moment. That honestly,
again, reveals don't go down, baby drag queens that are watching this. Reveals don't go down, okay? Unless it's a drop, and then you step out, okay? Yes. That's the only down when it is drop, step out. Other than that, it should be a tearaway, okay? Roxy Andrews said all the time, have a tearaway under your tearaway.
Really? Honestly, I think that and I said to you too, like you could tell that like she didn't like prepare to like to do a reveal beforehand. Like I think she just like that was like a last minute thing, or rather she was contemplating on doing it, and then come to find out from Rosko's mistress, like behind the scenes, told her, "Oh no, girl, yeah, you should definitely like reveal and do it." And it's just such a funny thing because I know mistress was back there just like keying, like just.
Now you want a casting for that ass? You want a casting for that ass? Mistress Isabel Brooks on Traitors.
Oh my God!
As a traitor,
that would be hilarious. She would cause so much chaos. Give it some time. I would say let Traitors
let Mistress have her real era. Put her on Traitors. Put her on House of Villains. Put her on Big Brother. Like literally. I don't see her on Big Brother though.
No. Okay, then House of Villains definitely, especially since like Plain Jane's supposed to be on season 3.
Yeah, Big Brother, you can't be that shady. You will get evicted immediately.
Yeah. Yes. They will vote your ass out so quick. Like wow. No. And she's a troublemaker who is happy to be known to be a troublemaker.
Right. Oh, they're gonna get you on the first glance.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my God.
And then that's why she would be a great she would be a great trader because
she lies so well.
Yeah, she lies.
She knows
so
how
well.
to stir the pot perfectly. Oh yes, put her on Traitors, please.
Especially since like a lot of people that do probably be on Traitors don't ever really watch Drag Race, so they probably won't know her. Actually, put her on early so people don't really know her like that, and then she can really.
No, at this point, it is what it is. Put her on. They need to know.
A lot of people knew about Bob.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. She should go on because a lot of people don't know about her. So I think that could be beneficial because
who do we have to write a letter to? Andrew Cummings. I mean, Alan. I just said it to be funny. Alan Cummings. Do we talk to you? Is it Peacock? Who? Because we need Mistress Isabel Brooks on the Traitors.
Yeah, that would be absolutely amazing.
But I really did like Nicole Page Brooks look until she did the whole cactus take off thing. And you could tell like she just was like she didn't even know what she was doing.
Let me say, I enjoyed the little reveal of her hair that we saw with the little it was literally just a little swirl with the flower. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed the shape that she created with the cactus at the hip. I enjoyed the spikes that came out of the cactus because it was actually like metal spikes versus like the little pricks that you see in a cactus. And then she went and started unzipping and messed up the whole moment.
Mm-hmm, yep. Turned it apparently it needed the cactus. And it was terrible. And then
just so we can tell you what it was, a white bodysuit with
rhinestones on it.
And little toy lizards.
Yeah, moving on.
And Mistress is so pissed because she knows looking at that, they are not gonna really live for this reveal. But
she's terrible. It was terrible.
But she's making good. Nicole's making good TV because honestly, it goes back to what I said earlier about her last runway. She just was like this is more added to the pot. So now week 2,
and then if y'all really want a great trader season, cast Nicole Page Brooks on the same season as Mistress Isabel Brooks, and make Mistress a traitor and freaking Nicola Faithful. Oh my God! That would be that. Pay TV. Right there. Next we had, after Nicole Page Brooks, we had Mistress Isabel Brooks,
who came out as a
cactus.
Evolution of Ginger Minj All-Star 6 entrance. Like, if you've seen her with that little how you seen it before?
Look at that stat boy.
Right.
That's why I could instantly. That's the first thing I thought about. Like, and I went on Twitter and people were right. I'm like, oh wow. So I wasn't the one that thought that.
Yeah.
Like, it's really elevated. Now, for me, I got the reference what she was trying to do, and I like how she did it. Do I wish it could have been executed a little bit better? Yes. However, I do think it's one of those things like she did try something new. It's something that like we haven't seen before, and I appreciate that way more. I think if it was something that was too off, like how Lucky Stars should not have done that. That would have been a different scenario, but it didn't give that. It just was something new. There was certain things that she probably could have did differently, but I think majority of what she executed was really nice.
Earlier in this show, I said when I look at Mistress, I think perfection. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to this runway, it's a chop.
Well, she said that she's giving perfection in another form. So
the thing that Mistress said on Rosko's, the one thing that she might say was a little bit of the red hair that she had. I am going to say otherwise. I think it was the construction and the fit of the outfit.
I can see where you're saying that.
Because Mistress is known to create shapes. She's always padded well. So it's not like she wasn't padded well. Mm-hmm. The cactus boob thing, they seemed a little bit too far apart for me. Mm-hmm. Like, this was made for her in her bigger era. Mm-hmm. And now that she's lost weight, things.
She didn't. She
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 was-
lost weight between the season and All Stars, but she's not where she's at now.
No, but what I'm
Right,
saying, but like even
Yeah.
in this episode, she was still a big girl, but in the
Mhm.
process of losing the weight, so she had already lost some weight.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying, and I don't know if she tried to do anything with pulling stuff back or like taking stuff in to compensate for that.
Hmm.
But it just looks like it to me. It felt like it was a bit much. Like the pads and the layering, the way she did it, it just seemed too much. It started to take away from the shape that she usually creates.
Okay.
I
That's
can
what I'm
get
saying. I
that.
see this.
Yeah. And so who we had next?
After Miss
Was it
Lydia?
Lydia.
Lydia
Yeah.
Butthole. Okay. Was that all 6?
No,
we-
Lydia and then
and
Carrie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Lydia.
So Lydia.
When Lydia walked on the runway, RuPaul said it's Lydia Toot. Because it was a remake and a downplay to Susie Toot's look on the finale show.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was homage to Little Shop of Heart. Well, Susie Toot's was homage to Little Shop of Heart. Lydia's was homage to Susie Toot, in my opinion.
I think it was a much of Susie and the character too, because also the premiere episode wasn't filmed when they were filming that, so she would have never seen Susie's outfit from the
Right.
from
It
last
was,
episode.
That's so
Like,
you're right.
No, I'm like, no, she would never. She's talking about. She was more so talking about like her snatch game, probably referencing that if anything, and because of like Lydia's whole name.
Yeah. But it was okay. I
That's so
mean,
interesting.
she had a green dress on with a shoebox that had some teeth in front of it, and it was wrapped in some flowers, and it came and draped around, and it was all right. It was a Lydia. It was a Lydia B. Collins look. All right, okay, yeah. Next,
I wish she could like come back from that also, because you can tell, like, you know, although she does not make her own look, and that was her gracious part about coming back. At least I don't have to find a designer. I make my own look, and it's just 3 weeks. But she just came back from her season, so I just like wish that, like, you know, we could come back and see her elevate a bit more, because it still was good, but it's like you just saw her like do the similar type of thing from
still-
17.
As much as I'm enjoying Lydia, I still stand by what I said. I wish we got Crystal Envy instead.
yeah. Next, we had Carrie Colby, and Carrie Colby came out in like this Venus flytrap little get up and opened it up,
Oh,
and then she had this
beautiful.
blue like Venus flytrap looking dress.
Huh?
And my only critique is that I wish she stayed in that a little bit longer. But when
Not
she
me.
No,
pulled
it was
out
enough
of it,
time.
So me and Rosko had to watch that twice because it
Happened so
happened
fast.
fast. And it was like, wait,
Yeah.
something did change. What happened? We had to go back and look. That is a reveal.
yeah,
Yeah.
because when she stepped away from the Venus
There were
flytrap,
two
and
reveals.
pulled away. Yeah,
Yeah, because when she
Because the
came
first one,
out-
the fly trap's mouth was closed and
Yeah.
she opened it like wings, and you
Uh-huh.
saw this beautiful blue, I guess the vines.
Yeah.
no, it was like the little pods and stuff like
And the
that.
vines of
'cause,
the-
like,
of
the
yeah,
plant, yeah.
and the pods and the
beautiful.
And
And
then
then
when
she
she
stepped forward,
Yeah.
it just came off,
Oh.
and she was practically
in
naked,
this
just covering
like
her pretty
curly
parts.
pasty thingy that was just like in a V. And
And how about this?
my God,
She also had a train
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
came from the hip
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
followed her.
Okay. Yeah.
Lexi, when you
Okay.
come back, we love you. We can't wait for you to come back. If you're going to do a train again, take a note.
Yeah.
But then, can we talk about the body?
Mm-hmm.
Carrie Colby's
Oh my God.
body.
I just want to
Yeah,
just.
no, she definitely
Like she, doctor.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You know how you be licking the ice cream when you hold in an ice cream cone and then it like melts and it drips down and you just licking the ice cream off your knuckles. Like that's what I would do to Carrie Colby. It would be like that.
Bless you.
Like just licking the ice cream off the knuckles, like because that's what it was. Like she was ice cream running down my knuckles, and I had to just
Like a cat licking their
Mm.
paws.
mm-hmm,
It's a different feeling. It's a different sentiment.
Well, yes.
So, one way or another, overall, I think that these girls, for the most part, did a really good job with their runways. Again, I feel like Nicole should have just stayed with her first mind. She would have done better.
right.
But
So who is your top two of the episode?
George's and for runway or everything in general.
Everything in general.
Oh, well, definitely George's a mistress.
Okay. Yours.
It would have been Lydia if she had been a runway.
like honestly, I'm struggling because I want to say Lydia, but I guess I have to give it to Mistress and George's too.
I would say that I would have I would have to say that to me overall, and I'm weird. I get that there was no roast. I am going to go with the artistic, then the runway. Honestly, the runway was fucking flawless. I don't care. Like, and when you bring a flawless runway, that means something. It should mean something. It typically doesn't, but it
so
should mean
based off
something.
of that,
So,
you can say the name, and I got a point to make.
Carrie Colby and Georges would be my top.
So Lydia Butthole Collins, with that position, even though I'm giving it to Mistress, but like it could have been up in the air, I would also have considered Tina for that, because Lydia's rap and roast was better, but her runway not so much.
Lacking,
and Tina's roast was okay, but her runway was better. It was one of the best runways. It wasn't better than Carrie's, but it was one of the best runways looks tonight.
Yeah, I would say if Carrie didn't have her whole reveal thing, like, because when you in a small cast and you have like 4 of them do similar like type of like looks, it's like, all right now. But Tina was the only one that really kind of like did something that was like so like different
So, than everybody.
Yeah. And Lydia, like I told you, you could tell she didn't have enough time to make outfit, because if you take away the thing,
she didn't have a flower.
She had no flower, nothing.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And so the top 2 of the episode, according to RuPaul, were Mistress Isabel Brooks and Georges, where they lip synced to the special guest judge of Chaperones, big hit, HOTTOTOGO.
No, it's just
HOTTOGO. Hot to Go is what it's called.
Yes, the song is called Hot to Go. They just spell it afterwards.
HOTTOGO. You can take me hot to go. Yeah.
Also, Chaperone Kobe was an amazing guest judge. We watched a little bit of the Untucked, and she was wonderful backstage. And she took Tina's wig.
Yeah, she did.
So we love you, Chaperone. With that, they lip sync and gave 2 amazing lip syncs, Mistress and Georges. 2 different styles. Georges did not stop moving for a second. Mistress moved enough when she, and it wasn't like, oh, she just did enough. No, she did more than enough.
Yep, and she pulled out all her big girl best hits.
Yes,
popping the pop, the shimmy, the waddle.
Okay,
like she pulled out all the big girl pops, like and they popped and stuff. And of course, Georges, with her stunts and flips and tricks and everything. The only thing she didn't pull out was the Georges.
She's not
doing that no more. That's not her no more. She got some other thing. Now she's trying to figure out how to do that little slide thing again. That's her move. She wants to know how to do that again. Yeah, she didn't know how to do that. She got to do that, and then she got to just pull it out one time. Just pull it. People go, like, oh my God.
Right. That's when she should wait a couple more years and then pull it out.
That's called your trump card. That's when you pull out when you know you really need to use it to get the girls up.
So RuPaul says, ladies, I made my decision. Georges, you're a winner. Mistress Isabel Brooks.
Dun, dun.
Why you call him Mistress? You're a winner too, baby. And they are sharing a cash tip of $10,000, which is $5,000 each. And they get to split 1 point.
1 point?
1 point.
1 motherfucking point.
How much does a point cost?
How much does a point?
Which to me, I feel was production in RuPaul getting them back for the stunt they pulled at the beginning of the episode. Oh, y'all want to be shady? I can do it too. You get half a point for your win. How about that?
But I think they had it, and honestly, they could have went either way, because RuPaul could have split the prize and then gave them each a point.
She could have,
but they probably had it so that if there ever was a tie, there was an option to where they could split the point or give them both points. And so they had that, in place.
We say this a million times.
Manufacturers badges.
It's RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah,
RuPaul sets the rules. If she wants to change a rule in the moment, it's RuPaul.
And that's why I feel like
she could have given them a point each.
No. She could
have given them.
Well, she could have. However, I feel like it's between like changing the rules and saying the rules of what's already at stake. Like she said in the beginning, like, whoever wins gets the point. Keywords, whoever wins gets 1 point. Now, if there's 2 winners, and that's usually how most things are sometimes, that's why Trinity and Monet were gagging when they were tied, because usually when you're tied to something, you have to split it, but they both got their own money. So to me, it made sense that, you know, she split the tip money and the point, because she never said that if two people, when RuPaul is particular her words, she would have said if there are two winners, they both would get a point each.
I don't think she would have explained that in that context.
Not in that context, but I do feel like, because she said the winner gets an additional point, and since it was two winners and it's only 1 point to give out, by definition of the rules that are at place, that's how they get. You know what I'm saying?
It's a play on words.
But
yes.
I think that they could have did it either way.
It could have, but
I do say that it's still interpreted another way.
Did you know what I mean? Oh, well, this would be great because we have this option, and it would be great with the thing. But yes, so what do y'all think that the 4 queens should do? Me personally, I think that all the queens that Carrie and Nicole should swap, and then Lydia and Tina give them that, because then that would piss Mistress off, because then that puts everybody in the game.
Wow.
The Mistress wants to shut them out going into the next week.
That would make
one way to piss Mistress off is to give them points, so that way everybody goes in, and this third week is winner takes all. Like,
I think that would be fair. I remember on Tuck, Mistress was going on about trying to like get Lydia and Tina in the wait, no.
Lydia and
Tina were trying to get them in on trying to, like, you know, give a point to them, I think, and to give a point to each other.
Yeah, give it to each other and keep them do the basically
do the same thing. Same side. I mean, Nicole looked gullible enough. She probably will fall for it. That's why it's coming from one of them. I would have put it past Mistress.
But no, like, because you would not expect it coming from Tina or Lydia.
Right. But
so if they did it, like, so basically it's a whole new setup, and it's easy for you to fall right back into it. So
they're not going to
do it. Rumor is, according to Mistress Isabel Brooks, if everybody's going up about what she did in this episode, wait until you see the next one.
Right.
We have not seen that episode yet.
But I would not. Looks of it. Because on the previews there was a little spat between Tina and Lydia in the workroom right after it looked like the next day. So it looks like Lydia might have pulled some shit. But who knows? We'll only find out on Friday when it drops.
Yes.
So let us know who y'all think are your top 3, or the top 3 so far.
Wait.
Have you been doing that?
Yeah. Down in the comments, let us know who y'all thought had the best runway, who had the best.
Wait. We didn't even do our
yeah, we about to do them now. We about to do them now. I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, share, subscribe, all that. So, top 3.
Wait, what about the points? Where are they ranking at?
Oh, points right now. Mistress and Georges are tied at 4.5 each. Then we have Lydia Butthole Collins in third with 3. Then we have Tinta Burnter with 2, and then we have Carrie and Nicole Page Brooks from NPB FAG. 0. Both of them at 0 going into the next episode. So we still do have an MVQ point ceremony to go to the next episode. But who are y'all top 3 queens before we get out of here?
So for this bracket, I would say my top 3 queens is definitely Mistress, Georges, and Lydia, because they've been the ones that stand out for me, and I do want to see actually go into, like, you know, when it's the 9 girls left, like if they can like battle out. That's who I want to see.
I'm going to say Mistress, Georges. In that third spot is interchangeable between Lydia and Tina, in my opinion.
Yeah, I do think that I would love to see Tina, you know what I mean, make it through, because it would be unexpected. And I think that would throw off a lot of folks and everything. And Tina might come in and lip sync the house down boots. So who knows? I'm not saying that she's not capable of it. I'm not saying that she is. But who knows? You know, we didn't expect Megami to do what she did in the lip sync Lollapalooza, did we? No, we did not. So who knows? So I would like to see Tina, but I do think that it is going to end up being Mistress, Georges, and Lydia going into the next round. So those are my top 3 right now. But again, let us know your top 3 down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, share this out in all of the Drag Race fandom areas. All right. Anything that you guys want to say before I sign off for us?
Yes. Neither one of y'all did it.
Oh yeah, yes.
Oh,
Happy birthday.
it is this man's birthday. That's why we were off on Sunday, was because we was out tearing up the town as part of Pride here, the kickoff and stuff like that, Pride Month kickoff, and then also because of his birthday. More importantly, because of his birthday, because he is the king. He is the man. He is not as old as you think.
Why we had to put H into this? Anyway.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
Happy birthday, old ass! Yeah.
I am the oldest of this group. I'm typically the oldest of most of the groups that I'm in. But it's fun. I learn a lot from the people around me, regardless of their age for the most part. So I'm grateful.
See, right now it's by a mile. It's like by 5 or 16 miles now.
What is? What's our age difference? Was you lying?
I was joking. Yeah, I know.
I was about to ask the same question. That's what I said. Between us,
yeah, it's about a mile, but then it's like a country mile. So
anyway.
I love this guy. Oh,
you extra as fuck.
Yeah.
Love you too. Thank y'all.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, just turned another age, and I'm happy. And it was also Pride. And we do want to give our condolences to the family of the grieving Durbin. I didn't know his last name. We lost somebody in our community this weekend, and all the details are not clear, but it's still a tragedy that we lost someone else in our community to something senseless. So definitely sending love and prayers for his family and loved ones. Other than that, we did enjoy our weekend. Thank you guys for celebrating with me. We had a wonderful time, and we will be back this Sunday to review episode 6, which will be the third episode for bracket number 2, third and final.
Yes,
there are points to be given and shade to get into.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
so make sure you come back to check us out as we talk about it.
And then we'll preview the purple bracket. Oh my gosh.
Can't wait
for that. Thank y'all for coming. God bless you. Good night.
Good night.